Hey guys, Huz here, bringing you another commentary, this time playing Ziggs mid, and it's another one of those commentaries that I mentioned in the last one, that is if your team is at a disadvantage, in the early stages of the game, how can you come around and, kind of secure the win? So last time we were playing Elise jungle, and we had a Jinx that was, AFK or DCing the first half of the game. We kept our cool and managed to come with the win, with, Nasus top, myself as Elise jungle, we did fairly well. So this time I'm playing Ziggs mid versus a Gragas. So the matchup I would say is slightly in my favour. Gragas is also, well, he's a very good champion, don't get me wrong. But the auto attack, just barrage that a Ziggs can do on a Gragas can kind of just secure that lane for him. But we're also against an Evelynn. Now that is probably the main point in this game I want to make. Just because something OP gets through does not mean the game is over. And that's kind of what happened to my bot lane this game. My bot lane was GeoQ. They were like Diamond 3. Obviously, when you GeoQ, your MMR goes up. So the rest of my team was Diamond 1. These two are Diamond 3. So maybe they were a bit out of their depth. Maybe they didn't know how to play against an Evelynn. But they were panicking the most. So to play against an Evelynn, first and foremost, well, she's starting over here. We've got a Zilean support as well. But to play against an Evelynn, basically you just, like a Shaco, you can't give her anything in lane phase. That's the strongest part of the game. Turtle up. Even if your lane is a fairly aggressive lane, like a Thresh Lucian is, there's no need for it. You literally just turtle up in your lane, let them push to your turret, and then an Evelynn cannot do anything. Now, you will see me not do this myself occasionally, but that is generally how you play against an Evelynn. So the lane opponent, Gragas, is obviously one of my favourite champions in League. He's, a beast. I love playing him. But Ziggs right now is at a very good state, and I've always loved playing Ziggs as well. So the first thing you want to do on Ziggs is kind of just show that you want to hit him on the face. So there's the passive, done, half a bar of health, so that's over 50 damage. And you kind of just want to show, I will auto-attack you if you come near. So again, he's going for a couple of CS, attack him twice so that, continue the auto-attacks as much as you can. Now, I took a barrow to the face there, and I actually did have minion aggro there, which wasn't great for myself. But generally, this is how this lane's going to go. Just keep up the pressure early on, even if I go low health, have to use health potions. As long as I can kind of deny him CS as such, then it's an okay lane for me. Or just keep him at a lowish health anyway. So I took my E level 2. It's a great zoning tool, especially versus a melee. So if you're against, a Zed, Kha'Zix, a Gragas, etc., then E is a really good tool. And also a Fizz. Many people don't like playing Fizz or against Fizz in mid. But honestly, I find it okay if I'm on Ziggs, because you just E wherever he is. It forces his troll pole, and then wherever he lands, you can just hit him with every spell you've got. So Evelynn is looking for a gank. She's just running straight in here. She was looking to, and yeah, she really wants to go for the kill. Now I make the mistake of going a bit aggressive at this stage in the game. He does E onto me, but I flash out the way and manage also to pick up the first blood. So that is not a total disaster. Evelynn also did not get the kill. And I got both of Gragas' summoner spells as well as Evelynn's flash. So for me, that's pretty much worth it. And I thought I'd also mention that we do have a Zed jungle this game. It's not really seen a whole lot, but, occasionally people may play it. I don't even think this guy played it a lot. I think he was just doing it for the sake of doing it occasionally. So I have backed. I've got myself another Doran's Ring, more so than the Gragas has. He's rushing towards that Chalice, where myself just go for a little bit more early game pressure. So that is the first blood for myself. It's quite good that I did end up for the first blood. If Gragas got it and then I still got him, it would have been, I would say it's still worth, because I got 2 flashes for it, but still had to be fairly careful with that. Now Evelynn again is going aggressive. Now this is what I mean. They get a kill, but then an Evelynn's in the area. Now they need to get Caitlyn as well, so unfortunately for them, Evelynn comes at the right time, and this is where the enemy bot lane starts panicking. And this is one thing that, although many people hear me say I like GeoQ, the bad thing about GeoQ is when they kind of gang up on people. And I can't remember who was banning this game. It might even be me, and I didn't ban Evelynn. But there are so many, really strong champions right now. One of them is bound to get through every game, and today was Evelynn. But yeah, they just panic too much. Panicking in League, especially in solo queue, does not help any situation. Even in rank 5s, panicking does not help. So Evelynn again is looking for another kill. So far, she's had a lot more pressure, obviously, than Zed. Zed is much more of a late-game jungler. Now, you can kind of see what I'm doing here. I saw the ping that she was in this area, and she's wasting a lot of time here. If she doesn't get anything for this kill, I am moving in the general area also to just throw a ward down. And then Zed actually hits it with Q. They go in for the gank from me. I use the W to get away, and that'll be the end of that. So yeah, she wasted a lot of time for that and didn't actually get much. She is also going aggressive on Zed. Unfortunately, I didn't hit that, and also she's continuing to apply pressure in our jungle. So already this game, you can kind of see that it's not going well for us. Their jungler has a lot more pressure than ours. I don't really rate Zed as amazing jungler, especially in the early game. He can't really do much. And you can already see the gold advantage for the enemy team is starting to build up. So I'll speed up the game just to get us back into the lane phase. And hopefully soon you'll see me start to kind of win this game, especially in mid lane, and try to help other lanes where I can. So back into the lane, I'm going to just do a bit of farming. The CS is a bit, on Gragas' side right now because the threat of Evelynn early on is quite high, and that's kind of what I mean. If there's an Evelynn in the game, just turtle a little bit. Don't worry about your CS too much because giving a death away is, never a good thing. So I do probably just go even with CS on Gragas here, but obviously he has all this wave to kind of take. So the bot lane right now, I have to give them props. Even though Evelynn has come several times, they are actually still killing their lane opponents. It is a Zilean support. I throw my Mega Bomb down there, but they kind of give up, so she can just easily turn away from it. But yeah, not great when, Zilean support is... Oh, well, it's good for us, sorry, that Zilean support is dying. His build is rather weird, I remember this. Now, I have seen a few more Zilean supports than I used to, purely because of the Battle of the Atlantic, whatever support Alliance used. I can't remember his name. Obviously, he mains Zilean support. It's quite a weird pick. I don't rate it that high, but if you're a good Zilean, it's probably going to be okay. So returning to the just farming stage of this game, I really want to start putting pressure onto this Gragas. I want to try and get some kills on him. Just a bit of farming extra. Now, one thing I have to say Ziggs is very good at doing is farming. He's probably one of the best mid laners for doing that. If you don't want to kind of fight your opponent a lot, then you can literally just farm all day long. You could go get Wraith Camp, Wolf Camp very, very quickly, and you can see your CS skyrocket. So in this stage of the game, my CS is not amazing, but hopefully further into this game it will be. Now, Gragas does misposition a bit there, and Zed ultimate is coming down. There's the Gragas ultimate. That was actually a fairly good one, but nice shadow play by the Zed. Malphite actually does manage to kill Aatrox by himself, which is fairly good for Malphite. I presume he may have tower dived or something, and Malph may have bursted him outside of his passive. So that's not bad. Evelynn is covering the mid lane, and I think, well, if she went on me, I would probably easily kill her at this stage. I didn't have ultimate for killing that Gragas then. If I did, he may have gone down. Can't really be certain though. But yeah, this game is going okay, I suppose, but still not great. Bot lane, there is a little bit of a fight going down. They are still, as I say, they are doing rather well for, getting camped slightly. As I say that, he goes down. Thresh picks up the kill with Caitlyn getting their kill, so that's not great. I'm moving down from River, so again, Gragas will get CS advantage here, but this will lead me being able to pick up the kills. So roaming on Ziggs is quite an easy thing to do. Although he doesn't have, obviously, a massive mobility spike to, run out the way or, like, speed up, etc. He has his Mega Inferno Bomb. Now, again, Zed is doing the blue camp and then finds an Evelynn, just jump onto his face, and he will go down. So, I don't know, he has... I think did he have a pink on him? Oh, he had a pink on him earlier. I don't know where he really placed it. He placed it somewhere. Maybe it's this one. But, yeah, that wasn't great. Evelynn is rather strong right now. Now, one thing to note, she's actually doing the wrong build, and basically you only went Elder Lizard because the Spirit of the Spectral Wraith wasn't very good, but recently Spectral Wraith got buffed, and it is actually really, really good for Evelynn. It gives that CDR, it gives her generally more AP, it's a good item for Evelynn, and you should probably opt for that one, although she is still doing rather well, basically because she is Evelynn. I'm going to go back and probably get my Chalice for mana regen, and now I don't know, this game was about 4 days ago, and my CS, although not very good this game, I try to just help my team as much as possible with my bombs or roaming, etc. Because that's kind of what I feel is needed against an Evelynn, especially when the bot lane's morale is not very high. In chat, they were kind of always saying, oh, we're losing this because Evelynn wasn't banned, etc. That happens. So I am jumping down, just put a pink ward there. They have warded over here. So they knew that I probably warded that bush, I would imagine. Returning to the mid lane, looks like Gragas wants to go aggressive on me, so I throw down the E. If he wants to come to me, he has to walk through a few of their mines. I'm going to pick up the big cannon any second, and there we go. Yeah, underestimated my own damage there. Gragas is moving into a position to probably take this pink out. Yeah, they did know that I put one down, but this will lead me basically just mining it up to stop him doing it for now. Bot lane, there is a fight going on, but I don't think... Oh, I am moving down. Zilean ult comes and use my bomb. Bam, there's another... Well, there's Lucian got that kill, unfortunately for me, and I think I will return to the mid lane and just stop Gragas, you know, extending the CS lead, although he still has one. Gragas is very much, this game has just stayed in mid lane, farmed as much as he can, where myself, I'm trying to help my team as possible when I can. So that is why the CS difference is there. Nearly my Q can take out the back wave. When that will be there, it'll be really easy for me to push this Gragas, and then when I push him, it won't be a massive issue when I leave. Evelynn is killing the bot lane right now in a gank. I don't think she actually manages to get anything. Thresh actually does really nice wall there with the ignite, but unfortunately Zed really backed off, so they won't manage to pick anything up. Gragas is moving down by the looks of it, so my team have to be careful, but I think I may push up the wave instead of coming down. I ping in advance, so they should know he's coming, but from memory I don't think they react in time. So as you can see, they have vision of him. Like right now, I pinged that he was coming down, but their reaction was not quick enough so far. I'm not sure if Gragas gets anything. I hope he wouldn't, but we'll have to see. There's a miss hook by the Thresh there. I am moving into the area. Now unfortunately I mistimed my W. I thought it would hit there, but it didn't. So that was my bad. If my W hit to like knock his E out of the way, then we probably would have picked him up. But I will return just to the mid lane to farm a little bit more. So Gragas is 10 CS ahead of me, which is basically a wave and a half, which isn't a huge amount. I'm going to push it up to the tower to kind of just stop him farming. So there's 4 CS that he won't get, hopefully. Blue buff is up. Now I'm not sure if this Evelynn gives it to Gragas or she keeps it for herself. I'd imagine she'd keep it because she's so fed, or maybe she does give it away. And she does give it away. Okay. That's good to know. Now I pick up my Chalice. So Chalice on Ziggs is a very, very good item. Gives him every stat that he needs. Gives him that MR as well. That is very good versus an Evelynn and a Gragas. Just a generally good item for him. Now they are pinging a dragon. You can see how many spam pings that was going down there. We don't have vision of this dragon, so we have no idea that it's going on. If I knew it was going on, I may have thrown a bomb on it, but didn't know. So they do get that for free. I think we kind of suspect it at this point now. When all 4 of them go missing from their lanes, it's kind of, you know, obvious. Now I could have gone a bit aggressive onto the Gragas at that point, but I think there's a fight going down in the bot lane. There's a Zilean ult, very early Zilean ult, must be said. I am moving down as quickly as possible. Caitlyn and Lucian are having a duel there. Nice E by Lucian, but I think he still manages to go down. And now me and Thresh may be able to do something. I am moving from the top point, and I use my W just to get back into the fight. He uses flash, and that manages to pick myself up another kill. So my roam is doing okay. I have managed to get 3 kills from it. Malphite goes down to the mid lane. No, he doesn't. Oh wow, he survives. That's good. So he holds the mid lane with Zed holding the top. I'm not sure if much Zed can do. Zed's not really strong. He's been farming fairly well, but compared to the Evelynn, you know, that kills is really taking its toll. Now Evelynn does take a lot of damage from me, so I think I might go for the kill. I get a kill on an Evelynn. They do get the mid turret. I just W away, and I get the shutdown gold. So this is where I'm going to start building up my personal wealth and try to just do as much damage as I possibly can. Now I can't move into the area. Thresh does go aggressive onto the Gragas, but the Gragas probably could just turn and kill me where I don't want to die. You know, if you go into the gold tab while I'm basing, we can look top lane. He's 1,000 gold ahead in the top lane, the Aatrox compared. Jungle is 1,200 ahead. Mid lane I am 200 to 300 ahead. AD carries, Caitlyn is 1,000 ahead, and supports about 200 to 300 ahead. So yeah, this game's not going very well. There is a fight going on in this general area. My bomb comes down. Boom, he does manage to dodge it, unfortunately. But they still manage to get a bit of pressure, which isn't terrible. So I'm going to pick up this blue buff, which does allow me to just spam my abilities even more than I have been. They have got a ward here, but they don't have a vision of the actual blue. Evelynn is starting her red, but I think I'll just run back to the mid lane now. That if they really were on point, they would have timed my blue buff, because they did have me vision of me leaving it, so they would get a rough timer. You just had 5 minutes to when you saw me, and yeah, that's pretty much when I took it. So Evelynn is moving in just to clear some wards, I think, is her best course of action. And there's a gank coming on me relatively soon. Here we go. So Evelynn is going aggressive on me, and I think I may just turn on her soon. Now I do actually flash the Gragas ultimate, which is good. Bam, kill for me. Zed gets the ultimate. Gragas actually stops, and boom, double kill for myself. Zed probably would have got that one, but I just threw out the Q for a bit extra damage and managed to actually pick it up. So I'm now 6-1-0 with 115 CS. CS is closing down onto the Gragas, with myself also building a advantage in the kill department. Now you may ask, why did I go She next item? Now Sheen is good versus melee champions such as Evelynn or Gragas, etc., because you could get auto attacks in. It buffs your auto attack, especially with your passive. Aatrox may be looking to go on me here. I think I may welcome him trying to fight me. I don't know if I managed to pick up the kill. No, I don't. Unfortunately for me, you can see my damage already is starting to be quite high. So I am, looking for fights. I'm actively looking. Although I don't have Mega Inferno Bomb right now, I still probably would be able to kill people, as I do have that red buff that adds to the kiting. Now they are in our jungle looking for me, looking if I would come in an area that they could gank. Zed is moving into a not very good area and wasn't really looking at his camera because he took a long time to respond there. Now I'm going to try and just kill the Evan as quick as possible. Throw the Ignite down on her. Bam, get the kill. And now move on to the Gragas. So you can see, I'm being fairly strong right now. Jump over to his ultimate and then pick up the kill with Thresh with his little aid there. Thresh actually picks it up with his hook. So that was not bad. Nice exchange. And this is, making me even stronger. So if you have one lane that's doing very, very well in the game is never over, especially if it's your mid or top, because they are, champions that can really hold their own. And there is a bot lane fight going on. I think my bomb may come down any second. I'm focusing on the fight because there's not much I can do without this. Bam! There's the Caitlyn dead, and I think nice guy Thresh, he's actually letting me have the kill. So I don't even know how I got that one. I presume minions hit it, and I was the last thing that hit him. But yeah, nice guy Thresh, leaving the kill for myself, which now makes me 9-1-1. That's quite funny. 9-1-1. Gonna go back and buy. I actually pick up my Lich Bane now, furthering the point that when you're against melees, auto attack damage is quite a big point, and I can freely auto attack the Gragas or Evelynn whenever I see them. And we're also looking for the Gragas kill right now, if we can. Very good flash by the Thresh right there. I use my W just to get further into the battlefield here. And I think we're just going to pick this up nice and free. Unfortunately, I missed that Q, so Thresh picks it up, which is fine. I'm kind of fed enough right now. So spreading the wealth is always a good thing to do. Pressuring the mid lane, and you can kind of see the game is starting to turn. The kills are now in our favour, with myself, picking up the majority of them. And the game's going okay. We're not terribly behind. We're 2,000 gold or 1,000 odd gold behind as a team. You can see my damage there on Zilean. He just dies straight away. I ultimate myself purely to deter the Evelynn. I could have just targeted her, just to do damage. But yeah, it was purely to stop her jumping on us. Caitlyn goes in a really weird position here. Don't really know why. And she will go down. You can see my damage is pretty damn high. And there she falls. Thresh picks up the kill with his Ignite, and now we're starting to throw the pressure out just where we can. Get the tier 2 in mid turret, mid lane. You can see my damage again is poking them, and that was a good, nice, solid push. Now, while this is happening, Malphite did actually go down to Aatrox. Aatrox is fairly strong in this game, with already having his blade, doing a bit of MR. Don't know what he's doing here. Maybe he's doing Baron? I don't know. Zed actually one-hit KOs the Evelynn. We're jumping onto the Gragas. Now you can see I'm not auto-attacking this Gragas until that is down. Any second. Boom! There we go. So I was just waiting for the Zilean up to drop, and then he just falls down. So that has made me legendary. And yeah, this game's going fairly well. So just to remind you, this is a Diamond 1 game with our bot lane. I remember being Diamond 3 because they were the ones that were complaining the most about the Evelynn pick. But it is not indestructible. She's still a very, very squishy champion. And if you just kill her straight away, there's nothing she can do. Going to pick up this free dragon, which is always a nice little gold boost for us, especially when we kind of was behind as a team, now ahead as a team. So this game is going okay. So I'll speed up the game while I am back. And I think the enemy team kind of knows that they're behind now. Obviously, the kills do indicate that. But if there was a 4v4 team fight without myself, they would probably lose my team. Because the Caitlyn is strong, the Aatrox is strong, the Evelynn is strong. So they do have to still be careful if I'm not around. Where if I am around, I can one-shot most things that come into the fight. Pick up that blue buff. Evelynn was actually looking for it to deny me, I guess, as much as possible. Thresh is doing a bit of pressure here. I am moving into the area, so I think he's just going to try his best. Bam, get the Q damage. Evelynn is in that bush, so I'm guessing she wants to just kind of try and burst me down, but I don't think there's anything that she can do. And there she goes. So again, I'm legendary. Just going to be adding more kills to that. My team is kind of, I don't know, they're chasing, and I wouldn't chase at this point. Which this was a poor move by my own decision, so I do go down. Caitlyn goes down, which is okay, I suppose, but my team should not have chased all the way up to top lane, etc. But now they are in a flanking position, they may be able to do something. Aatrox does flash, and there comes the Malphite out just to stop him attacking. And look at that order, look at that lifesteal. He just does not die very easily, but he will go down. I presume anyway. Nice hook. And there we go. So Zed is also chasing the Zilean, does manage to pick that up. So that was okay. You know, my team did make up for it. The Gragas isn't really doing much at this stage of the game. Have to be honest, this Gragas hasn't played amazingly well. He didn't control me when I was roaming. He didn't have a massive CS lead on me when I was roaming. He should have probably tried to take the tier 1 as quick as possible. Obviously, him and Evelynn did take that, I don't know, about 15 minutes into the game, but if he applied more pressure to that earlier on in the stage, always had it in my tower, etc., that would have stopped me roaming. So speed up the game while nothing's going on right now. I'm going to just throw out some wards with the Thresh, just keep him a bit safe. Lucian is still farming, because if you look at Lucian's score in CS, he's actually really behind. He's 375, and he's 127 CS with a kind of a poor build, I have to say. He will not do much damage with this build. Normally, when you go for a Triforce build, just a little bit of pressure going on there. Actually, nice flay by Thresh actually stops that jump happening, and we have to still be careful. Zed is going all in onto the Evelynn. My bomb comes out just in case they went that way, but I don't think they do. And I'm just going to continue doing more damage. Now unstoppable Zed, so that's really good. Lucian has continued to push, managed to get that turret. But as I was saying, normally when you go Triforce on Lucian, you'd go Bloodthirster first, and then you'd move into the Triforce, because you just need some damage, and the build he's doing right now, it has really not given him any. So I am rotating towards the tier 2 to help the Lucian take this as quick as possible. There's not really much we can do against a Caitlyn wave clear, as well as a Gragas when he moves back into the area. So a free tier 2 is always a nice tower to take. Evelynn is moving on to try and burst me, but again, I can just move out the way with my W, and then there's nothing she can do, so I can go back into the fight, and I think we may even try to pick up the kill. Nice ultimate by the Lucian there, and yeah, managed to kill the Evelynn again. She's that squishy in this game, and she doesn't have enough damage to burst me. I can move out the way in time. That she's not really an issue right now. It's only her lane phase that you have to be extremely worried about, and if I wasn't as fed that as I am, level advantage, etc., maybe they would have been able to kill me, but not at this stage. So the enemy team is spam pinging the Baron, which is quite a risky pick, have to say. I would never do it at this stage, because, Malphite is still in the area. I suppose their theory is everybody's backing. But yeah, they're going for the Baron. We do have vision of it, I think. Or we know. Yeah, we saw Aatrox there jump over the wall. But who's coming? Ziggs is coming. So I'm going to zoom out the camera a little bit more than normal, just to give you a bit more vision. So there's my ultimate coming down. You can see how much damage that's doing, and just kill everything. Bam, bye Caitlyn, you're dead. Gragas is stuck in the Baron pit. He's going to try and E out, but I think he may just die. And there we go. So instantly just killed, and let's zoom the camera back into normal range. And that was a fairly easy kill. I don't know why they went for Baron when there's a really fed Ziggs in the game. And that was a surrender. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Just remember, if there's a, if you have a poor lane phase, you can always turn the win. And don't really be disheartened, with your team. Like the bot lane was this game, they're in chat, you could tell they're a bit down. But yeah, it's not needed. You can always win the game, even if you're behind. You always can come back. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.